Hello and welcome back to our video series on the Web Traffic Blueprint. You see, e-zine advertising and targeted traffic, they go together like chocolate and peanut butter. In video 10, you're going to learn a few well-spent dollars in e-zine advertising can open the spigot to a flood of traffic to your product's webpage. E-zine advertising is one of the most effective ways to drive massive amounts of traffic to your website. E-zines are one of the things that the internet has provided for just ordinary folks like you and I that the print media just never did get right. Today's magazines at your local newsstands are mostly filled with full-page advertisements, for products that you could care less about and that have no bearing on your life or your wants or your needs. They're just ads. If you can find articles in them at all, more power to you, because they're probably going to be sandwiched between page after page of advertising. Now, people have come to love e-zines, which, by the way, stand for electronic magazines, because the e-zines come to you on your computer and are directly related to the things that you are interested in. The advertisements that are in the e-zines are directly related to the topics of the e-zine, so more likely to be of interest to you and your needs. Plus, you don't have to wade through pages and pages of advertisements for leak-proof Pampers and smelly perfumes to find and read about what you're interested in and what concerns you. You can do a search for a couple of e-zines in your niche by simply typing in the search box up here or in your particular search engine of choice your keywords followed by the word e-zine. Or you can head over to one of a gazillion e-zine directories and locate some e-zines that way as well. And if you're not sure how to find directories, well, you can go to your search engine of choice, type in e-zines directories or directories e-zines. Or you could just head on over to, here's one. Now, and I also have to say that there is some that are expensive and some that are free. Let me just kind of throw that out there real quick. And me being the budget-minded individual that I am, some say cheap, I myself opt to the free ones first. But I digress. I do need to mention the fact that there are some great ones out there that are well, I don't want to say expensive, but anyway, they do cost some money. Directory of e-zines has been around for quite a while. They know their stuff. I would check them out. Again, if you're into spending money and if you have the money to spend. If you do not, if you're just starting off, then you might want to try something like, this one, for example, everydaybusinessonline.com /e-zines. I just picked this up arbitrarily off of the search engine, so you can do the same thing. As a matter of fact, I don't think these guys are even accepting, if I remember correctly down here at the bottom, yeah, they're not accepting any new submissions. So the ones that they have may be a tad bit outdated, possibly. I'm not sure. So again, you do want to do your due diligence in searching for quality e-zines to advertise in. Naturally, before you spend your money in the advertising department, because the cost of your advertisements, they will vary. They're going to vary from e-zine to e-zine depending upon the newsletters, or e-zines as they're called naturally, depending upon the number of subscribers or the reach that that particular e-zine has. Now, a good rule of thumb is that for every, say 10,000 subscribers, you can figure on somewhere between 20 to 60 bucks depending upon the size of your ad. Because yes, folks, size does matter when we're talking about advertising. Figure somewhere around 10 to 20 bucks per line. Again, that has a lot of bearing on the number of subscribers that that particular e-zine has. You can figure on somewhere under 100 bucks for a decent sized ad on an e-zine of reputable number of subscribers. And when I'm saying that, I mean, upper numbers of about 10,000 or more. Do your shopping around. This is some of the best spent money in advertising you're going to get because it's targeted, majorly targeted, because of the niche that you're in. You're not going to be fighting with a lot of ads, and you're not going to be advertising in car-related e-zines if your niche is in gardening, and vice versa, because, well, you know better by now. You know that you're going to be advertising in the proper e-zine for your particular niche because you now know how to do it. So get out there and do your searching. And as far as the makeup of your advertisement, well, what you might want to do is you might want to look at some of the existing ads because again, it also varies. There's no set rule of thumb. You could have a banner ad, for example. You could have, just a total graphic. You could have a text link ad. Again, depending upon the amount of money you have to spend and what is going to be allowed in that particular e-zine. So go to that e-zine, find a few of them first that are in your niche. Check out that e-zine. Check out the existing ads. For example, here, let's head over to this one here. I took a look at this one earlier. Like, for example, here's one that is a banner ad of sorts, and these are some pretty big guys, big names anyway, so they might be spending some money for this. So, again, ask the owners of the e-zine for directions. And you might have some like this that are just text, depending upon the number of lines you're putting in here or what is being allowed by that e-zine owner. Maybe just a little graphic like this as well. So again, do your shopping around, folks. I just want to mention to you the fact that e-zine advertising is one of the best in the business as far as reaching targeted visitors and to bring in long-lasting. That's another point too about e-zine advertising, the long-lasting, the shelf life, if you will, because unlike a typical magazine in the dentist office that's going to get trashed and thrown around and taken home by somebody, well, these e-zines are going to be archived for the most part and have access to by the general public or by those subscribers for henceforth, because a lot of them anyway. Some of them aren't, but for the most part, the shelf life of an electronic magazine or an e-zine is much longer than your typical magazine or print magazine. So you get a lot more bang for your buck. Not just current targeted traffic, but long-lasting targeted traffic. So that's going to bring us to the end of this quick little video on e-zine advertising. Thank you much for watching. I hope you learned something. Have a great day.